Everybody, this is episode 4 of Mike Queen Live. We're going to talk about why you should volunteer at your local school, the start of football season, and why we should name this field after Dougie Lay Field. The power is in your hands. Vote against the Good Old Boy Network. I'm against frivolous lawsuits. It's about our schools, our communities, and our future. I'll return your call no matter who you're related to, where you live, how much money you have in the bank. Hey everybody, this is Mike Queen, and I am here today at the new field at Robert C. Byrd High School. And just like anything else, being a former school board member and a school board president, you know, football season opens up the new year for our public school system and for the private schools that have football teams. It's a great time of the year. It's one of my favorite times of the year, actually. Football season and the football games. It's still Friday night lights in most of our counties, and in Harrison County that's no exception. Robert C. Byrd High School's football field's probably one of the best high school football stadiums and football fields in the state, and the addition of the new turf here is certainly a great addition to this wonderful facility and this wonderful stadium located right here in the heart of Clarksburg. Being a former school board member, you know, the start of school kind of brings a lot of challenges. I noticed a lot of people have been commenting and focusing on whether or not our schools have enough teachers, whether or not we have a shortage of teachers. We're going to hear about that pretty soon from our school boards. The Harrison County School Board in particular just filled some vacant positions, and it's a big time of the year to fill those positions because there's still a lot of retirements. There's a lot of math teachers and science teachers and teacher where we have shortage. Even foreign language teachers now we have a shortage of. So I want to wish all of our school systems, all of our county school board members, all of our principals, all of our teachers and students a great school year. I've been pretty busy this week on a number of different issues. I want to thank everybody who emailed in questions and concerns on our previous videos. Over 6,000 people viewed the last video where we talked about the pepperoni rolls and Sheetz decision but only to have one vendor and not to continue to use the 3 or 4 vendors for the pepperoni rolls that they used to have. Like I said, over 6,000, almost 6,700 of you watched that video and commented and shared the video, and I hope you'll continue to share these Mike Queen Live videos as a way to get the word out on issues that are important to our communities and important to you. So the start of school is here. It's a time for parents and volunteers to get back engaged in school. I want everybody to remember that 1 in 8 children in the school system, the public school system, live with a grandparent, and 1 out of 5 live in poverty. That means that at some point during the week they go hungry. So if you don't think that the school board has a challenge just to deal with those issues, you need to think again. So when you're volunteering or when you're supporting your own kids, I hope that you'll continue to support those kids you know are living with grandparents or with foster parents, so that we as a community can take all those kids in. Our school system really is as good as the volunteers, the number of volunteers, the parents, and people in the community that get behind our schools. So whether you're a PTA member or someone that supports the athletic program by coming to the games, encouraging the kids, or whether you volunteer for the cooks or the cleanups or some of the mentoring programs that we have, the volunteers are really, really important to our schools. Ask any principal and they'll tell you that a sure sign of success is how many volunteers come in and serve in the schools or help to answer the phones, help the teachers. And that's a way for us to build success in our communities, by encouraging more students to get their grandparents and parents and family friends involved. So volunteer for your school system. That's what brings me here today. There's been some not controversy, but some excitement, if you will, over the naming of this beautiful field. And this is a $1 million project, that the Harrison County Board of Education has undertaken. I know that it started when I was on the school board. The current board members have continued with it. You might remember that we drilled a well, an oil and gas well, just over that ridge. And that gas well has produced in excess of $400,000 to help the school board on special projects just like this. You know, we rebuilt the stadium bleachers in all of our football fields. We've rebuilt and built new at Liberty High School. Lincoln High School now has turf on its field. South Harrison is a wonderful, wonderful community facility. And this sort of brings it all home. This is the final surface issue that we have to deal with, although we're still waiting for South Harrison to see what South Harrison's going to do and see if the school board can help Bridgeport in replacing their turf in a year or two here when it needs replaced. But the real issue now is who to name this wonderful field after. There's been some ideas floated out there. As many of you know, if you don't know, if you're an RW graduate or a WI graduate, a Kelly Miller graduate, an RCB graduate, the school board in the school is going to host a celebration here for their first home game and dedicate this field to the community. No naming yet. Give the school board some time to consider the names and what to name the field. But you can name the field and you can name the stadium. I know there are some affluent alums that might be interested in having the stadium named after them, and that also provides some additional money for RCB to finish the stadium and do some of the extra nice things for the kids. But the question that was asked to me via Facebook, via the videos, was, hey Mike, would you support naming this field after Dougie Layfield? This would be the Dougie Layfield Alumni and Friends Field. And my answer is, well, heck yes. Naming the field, this field at RCB, after Doug Layfield recognizes his commitment, Dougie's commitment, over 25 years to the kids and to the programs here. And it also recognizes all the alumni, all the volunteers, the coaches, the staff, everybody that's put time into this field. And this isn't just a football field. The band plays here, the band practices here, soccer is here, track is here, the kids come and play here. This is a community field. People walk around the track. So yes, I support naming this field after Dougie Layfield and naming it the Doug Layfield Alumni and Friends Field here at Robert C. Byrd High School. And I hope you will too, but let me know what you think. Share the video below and then comment. Do you support naming it after Dougie, which in essence names it after all the volunteers, in honor of the volunteers who have supported the program here at RCB and the programs at RW, my alma mater, and WI, RCB alums that have graduated from RCB already, as well as Kelly Miller. I hope everybody gets engaged and gets involved, and even you guys that graduated from Victory High School, this is your home school too. Let me know what you think. Should we name it after Dougie? I think so. Hope you think so as well. And let me say one other thing. Some of the members of the school board have suggested that maybe we should name the field after Robert Kittle. Mr. Kittle was the superintendent here in Harrison County for a long time. He led the effort with the school board to build this beautiful school and consolidate schools and kind of build the school system really that we have today. I think Mr. Kittle would support naming this field after Dougie Layfield. We all love Mr. Kittle. He is a great guy, but at the end of the day, he's a community guy. He brings the community together. He's always brought the community together. And I bet you if you ask him, he'd also say this field belongs to the alumni, to the friends, to the family members, to the graduates of all these schools that this school at Robert C. Byrd represents. Have a great day, everybody.